Hello, thank you for joining in today. So today is October 1st, 2020, and we have a full moon, which is really amazing about this month is the fact that we begin and end on a full moon. So I really definitely wanted to utilize this full moon energy this month. The full moon is definitely about gratitude, about manifestation and completion, completing cycles, ending cycles, and then just being grateful for the things that you have so you can manifest more wonderful things into your life. So today's work is going to be relatively simple, as to where it is definitely just about bringing in prosperity, wealth, and abundance, and just being happy and grateful for the things that you have now. I actually just watched this video a short time ago by Magical Lady Duchess, and she was talking about manifestation and how she said that, manifestation isn't about trying to attract this thing into your life, but instead it's about being grateful, being happy, and attracting happiness and gratitude into your life so that you can then manifest more wonderful and amazing things into your life so you can have more happiness and more gratitude to therein attract more great and wonderful things into your life. So one of the very most important things is to cleanse your tools before you use them, so then you can cleanse them and bless them. Another very important thing is to cleanse your space. So if you have a dirty house, if you have a dirty room, or wherever you plan to be doing your work, before you even think about pulling out that sage, that Palo Santo, before you think about pulling out any type of cleansing tool, you definitely just want to clean up your space, wash yourself, and just make sure you are and your space is in the most optimal clean condition so that energy can flow. Think about it like this: if you went over to somebody's house and they had a whole bunch of mess all over the place, you would not want to be there for a long time. So if you invite energy into your house or energy into your space, if it's a whole bunch of mess, one, it ain't gonna be able to move through that easily, and then two, it ain't even really gonna want to be there. So really, it won't be able to manifest things into your life that you really want or need. Okay, so the work today is we're going to be doing a DIY reversal candle. However, I don't have any of the tools on me right now just because I'm re-recording this video from earlier. I made one earlier and it just wasn't super up to par in the way I wanted it to be, so I'm just re-recording it now so I can just make it super cool. I do have drawings and everything, so we will get you through this process. But just a little bit of background on the reversal candle and why we're using this reversal candle. So reversal candles are tools that people have used in the spiritual community for a while. It has a black top and then either a red, green, or white bottom, which attracts different things into your life and or protects different things in your life. For the red, that more so is over love and romance. For the white, that's more over just general cleanliness and prosperity. And then just for the green, Nope. That white is just for general work, and that green is for prosperity and for money, for finances. But essentially, that black is to banish or remove those negative energies from your life, to reverse those energies back to wherever they came from, and just to send those energies away. The color on the bottom is just to signify the energy you're bringing in, the energy you're trying to attract and solidify into your life. So you definitely want to make sure that you use those colors appropriately. But if you just have a regular white candle like we used in my video earlier, that I just got from Dollar Tree, you basically would just make it yourself in a really fun way, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So the reason we're using this reversal candle is just to make sure, especially if this is your first working that you've ever done, it's just to make sure that, one, you're just clearing your past, especially if you worked with the stuff that I did yesterday. This is more so particularly talking to a few family members that I did some work with yesterday. You just want to cleanse and clear, and then you want to bring in new, solid, happy foundations, okay? So, the tools we're going to use today are basil, olive oil, hot foot powder, sigils or runes, cinnamon, cloves, $1, or you can even just use a regular piece of paper, a piece of brown paper bag, but we're basically just going to use that for a petition. And we'll get to understand what these things are later when it comes to sigils and runes, and then just petition paper or petitions. And then you'll need an apple, a pen or a pencil, and then markers. I used a Sharpie. You can use just a regular black Sharpie, or you could just use specific colored Sharpies, or even if you just go to Dollar Tree again, and just use those colored markers as well. You can use those colors to enhance the work, or even just to further those attractive properties. So let's get into the creation of the reversal candle. So I have a quick diagram drawn up right here for y'all. So hopefully y'all can read that. So basically what I did was I took the candle, I'm gonna try to speak over the paper. So what I did was I took this regular white candle that you can get from Dollar Tree. It's just a regular table candle. I drew a very distinct line between the middle of the in the middle of the candle, and then on the top of the candle, which is supposed to be the black part of the candle, I wrote removal upside down going towards the wick, as you can see here. And then on the bottom of the candle, I wrote the word attract, which is, you know, what you're tracking, what you're drawing in, what you're using to bring into you. So again, I just wrote here a list of colors that could be appropriate for that work. And then you can even write inside of those areas whenever you use the pencil, the marker, or even just a sharp object to carve into the candle. You can use those colors, you can use those colors to write in those things, to color in those lines, and then bring in that attractive energy, and then also that black to remove as well. And then also you can use a mirror plate just to enhance those the reversal qualities, which is also very traditional when it comes to using and creating a reversal candle, or using a reversal candle in magical workings. You just set that on a mirrored plate, and then that reverses the work. But since we'll be using this in a bit of a different way, because we're kind of also using Magical Lady Duchess's apple spell, we have some serious love for Magical Lady Duchess here, okay? And so since we'll be using that spell, we basically just want to ensure that whenever we are attracting whatever we're trying to attract when it comes to using this spell work, we also have the added work of being intentional about removing obstacles from our path beforehand. You can use that mirror again just by setting the apple on top of the mirror, and then whenever you put the candle inside of the apple to do that work and to light that work, then you can then again you kind of work with those reversal qualities as well. But just because I like to tweak things a little bit, I don't really think I'll be using that. I think I'll just use the apple and the candle and all that fun stuff. So we've been over the reversal candle. Now we're going to get into creation of the oil. So creating the oil is relatively simple. You can just use olive oil and cinnamon. The olive oil is just a regular oil. It's very common. It's kind of like a white candle, the white candle of oils, where you use the olive oil to anoint, bless, and or can't remember the other word, but to create that foundation for things just to also stick onto the candle. But you can bless that olive oil by mixing it with the cinnamon, and then again blessing it, praying over it to imbue it with the spiritual energy of attraction, of manifestation, because cinnamon is a very spicy herb that allows attraction, that is very good for prosperity, and that is very good for just kind of spicing things up just generally. So you mix the oil and the cinnamon together, you pray over it, and then you set that aside, and then you just then we'll get into how we use that for the candle working later. So then we are going to make a petition. A petition is a relatively simple thing to do and a relatively simple thing to make. If you don't know what a petition is, it's essentially like you writing a contract between yourself and the universe to allow for further and easier manifestation. Some people use pen, or prefer to use pen or marker ink whenever they create a petition, because they feel as if that really validates and solidifies their kind of pact with the universe to ensure that, you know, what they're doing, the work that they're doing is 100%, that is not, you know, that this can't be changed, that this is what's happening, this is what I want, this is my will, this is my desire, and I want it to be manifested now. So let's get into the creation of the petition. So generally, you want to start by writing down your desires. So with this petition, we'll just be super general with it, not general, but super simple with it. And since this is a work for prosperity, we are going to say, I am blessed and prosperous. Money flows into my life easily. And freely. Coming to me every day. In new and unexpected ways. Another wonderful tip that I learned from Magical Lady Duchess is that you should also include, when it comes to money work, that you should include no hurt, harm, or illness. Because again, when it comes to money work, if you're not very specific with those things, it can actually end up hurting somebody. Because a lot of times money can come in from, somebody dying, from a car crash or accident. Like, if you have insurance, then that money will come into you from that. Or even just generally, like, just kind of lesser than positive ways. So when it comes to magic, when it comes to all these works, it definitely helps to be very intentional about what you're saying, about what you're doing, and what you're bringing in. So again, new and unexpected ways, no hurt, harm, or illness. And we just repeat that, however many times. I'm just do quick scribbles, just because this isn't a real petition, just to kind of get the idea on there for y'all. Cool. Okay. So you just have it like this, and what you want to do is you want to turn it clockwise. So then it'll be looking at you kind of like this, And when you turn it clockwise, you want to write down today's date, basically. Solidifying the day. This is basically you putting your timestamp on it, saying this is the day that I chose to make this action, that I chose to make this change in my life, that I chose to begin this manifestation. And so what's happening with that is it helps the universe understand that this is what you want. This is the day that you are making this happen, and this, as of today, things will change. Okay, so let's continue with that. And I usually like to write that on the bill or the petition. Until it just covers up the bottom. Covers from like the top to the bottom. I just go from top to bottom. Just because that kind of is the idea of drawing things to you. That's the energy coming to you. And also when you turn it clockwise, let's see, again, manifestation. That's also, again, drawing the energy to you as well. And so I just put the full day of the month. So I'll put the full name of the month, and then the day, and then the year as well. Okay. All right. It didn't go all the way down to the bottom like I wanted to. So I'm gonna just keep on going one more time until I know all the words are covered up by this date. And then again, you want to turn it clockwise. So now the paper will look like this. And whenever you do that, you want to write your signature. Basically, when you write your signature, again, that is just you putting your own personal touch to this magic. And then also putting your, it's kind of like you signing a contract, again, because this is a kind of contract between you and the universe, saying that this is my will, this is my desire, and this is what I want. If you achieve, if I put in this work to achieve this, then then I will say thank you for you helping me achieve this work as well, for you helping me, meeting me in the middle ground, So again, you just want to sign your signature all the way down from the top to the bottom, all the way down until you completely cover that, all the words that you've already written, and I'll show you how that looks again. All right, and so by this point, it should look a little bit less distinguishable. And so you shouldn't really be able to read the words or really be able to see anything entirely in itself clearly. And that's okay. Like, that is 100% okay. That's exactly what you want to see, because you kind of want this to begin to kind of become muddled. So you yourself don't see it, but you understand it subconsciously as the thing that it is. So, goodness. And then also, just alternatively, if you were doing a work for somebody else, or if this work was more of like a love kind of thing or a love attraction kind of thing, you would have also written their name over this this third time instead of writing your signature, and then you would have turned it around a fourth time, and then put your own signature over it, again solidifying that it's you who's doing the work, putting your own magical mark on that, and then also solidifying with the universe that this is what I want, this is my desire, this is my will. So then you're gonna turn that over again. You know, I'm another time. And then you want to, well, so then you're gonna turn it over again, and then you'll fold the paper to you. So fold the paper towards your person, solidify that fold. Fold the paper towards your person again. Oh no, turn it clockwise. Fold the paper towards your person again. Solidify that fold. Turn the paper towards your person again. Solidify that fold. And then turn the paper again, and then solidify that fold one more time. And you can fold it as many times as you feel is appropriate, or even just like 3 or 4. There's a very good number, or very magical number in hoodoo, very powerful number in hoodoo, and a lot of folk practices. And then you will take the work of the candle and the apple. So let's explain that a little bit before I get into, before I shut out this video. Excuse me. So what happens with the work is that you are basically just going to take words. What's going to happen with that is you're going to take this apple and you're going to cut it across. Instead of down, you're going to cut it across so that you can see that pentagram that is inside the apple. You'll open that up, carve out the insides, the top and the bottom, and then set that aside. You want to take that. You want to then take the olive oil and cinnamon mixture and rub that on the inside of this apple, on the top and the bottom. Take the cloves and put that into the, I would say 4 corners. I personally would just do the 4 corners, but she said it doesn't really matter where you specifically put the cloves, just as long as you put 4 inside of the apple. Take the petition, put it at the bottom, and then take the candle and put it on top. As you take that candle, set that candle on top of there, make sure it's stable and grounded. You want to make sure you light the candle, and that it does not have any teardrops to it, so that you don't have any like runoff, any excess or anything that just like kind of spills off, because then that also means that you need to just take and cleanse yourself, because that means cleanse yourself and the work, because that means that there's something that's getting in the way of you actually being able to achieve that work. So just a little bit of added information about the candle. So what you're going to use a hot foot powder for, and the cinnamon oil, is take that cinnamon oil and you're going to put that on the bottom of the candle as well as the top of the candle. Really, I don't like to put it on top of the candle, because you really want to use that to attract as opposed to remove. But with the oil, it'll make it easier for the hot foot powder to stick to the candle. So you'll take some of that hot foot powder that you made, or that hot foot powder that you made, or even purchased wherever you got that from. But again, it's usually better to make things yourself. Take the hot foot powder, and you coat the top of the candle with that hot foot powder, because it's again removing, banishing, and just removing those negative things and energies and influences away from your life. And that the bottom of the candle should just be perfectly fine, covered in that cinnamon and olive oil mixture. So again, you take the top of the apple and cover it in the cinnamon oil mixture, and then let the candle burn down completely. After the candle's burned down completely, you take the top of the apple, put it on top there, and then you just bury it in your backyard. So if there's anything that you would like to be clarified, if there's any information that I just missed, or you just wish that I just would elaborate on more, just let me know. Thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye-bye.